Now time for News Extra on KNEB, brought to you by Jolliffe Funeral Home, and here's Kevin Mooney.
Thanks, Dan. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, and our guests today are Cricket Simmons and Sandy Butcher, and they are with the local Friends of Alzheimer's and Dementia, and the local Alzheimer's group is going to have their annual walk here coming up soon. So, Cricket, when's your event?
We're going to have this walk October 5th. It's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's going to start from the Y Pavilion. And you're just going to walk. You can walk clear down to the Y if you wish and back, or any amount of the path that you can handle. The walk starts at 10, but the registration will start at 9, and it's a $20 registration fee.
All right. Now, are you supposed to get sponsors for this? I remember doing that 1 year, I think, when I participated in this.
Yes, we have sponsors, and I would name them, but I'm afraid I'm going to forget somebody. So.
Oh, okay. All right. And then the participants, when they register, they just, for the $20, they just go down and do the walk, or do they hand you a sheet with people that have contributed, say they're going to pledge $5 or whatever if they do the walk, or any of that stuff?
No, it's just the $20 registration fee. And in addition to that, because I'm afraid I might forget this, if you would like to buy a memorial marker for someone, I'm going to buy one for my mother. We're going to honor those people along the walk, and that's an additional $25.
Okay. You can get that right there when you register, right?
I'm not really sure about that. I think that we need to have that information today. I'm going to be out at the college for that marathon run,
Right,
and I'm going to have
the
registration.
Health Expo.
Yes, I'm going to have registration forms, and on that, if you wish to have to buy a memorial marker for your a loved one, the information is there. Also, Sandy has a number that you can call, and we can get that taken care of today if you'd like to call her.
Okay.
We can make it happen. It's 635-2900.
All right. Now, you guys are a local group. You're not associated with the national group anymore, and kind of explain why you kind of broke off.
Oh, well, this is our second year, and we were not receiving any services from the Alzheimer's Association, so we decided to form our own group and keep the money here locally, and we are trying to provide respite care, educate people, have support groups, because there is a lot of need in this community. There are a lot of people that are dealing with
Alzheimer's and dementia.
Diseases, yes.
Yeah, no question about it. All right, we'll take a break, and then we're going to let Sandy discuss some things right after this.
We offer a vital and important service to the community. Each day we conduct a funeral service.
I don't think so. I don't think so. That's fine. I mean, if they aren't, look at the Red Cross. We had to, that's why they have firefighter ministries now.
Well, it's true.
Yeah.
Very true. That happens a lot, though, in the state.
Yeah.
I got a little stuck about those donors. I thought,
No, that's
what are we
fine.
going to do about the memorial markers? Because they can't do it that day because we're making them.
All right, we are back on News Extra, and we're talking about the annual Alzheimer's Walk, and Sandy Butcher and Cricket Simmons are here. They are part of the local group, Friends of Alzheimer's and Dementia. And by the way, that Alzheimer's Walk is October 5th. Registration at 9. The walk is at 10. Starts over at the Pavilion, the YMCA Pavilion, and then you walk over to the Trails West Camp, I would assume. Is that where we're going, right, Sandy?
That's correct.
Okay. And it's a $20 registration fee when you get there, and hopefully that'll help out. Now, Cricket was mentioning there are a number of people in this area that are dealing with this, and really nationwide it's kind of a huge problem, isn't it?
That's correct. September is National Alzheimer's Month, and just like this morning you start talking and you realize how many people are actually affected with this disease. 1 in 3 seniors will die with dementia, and dementia is a broad term, and Alzheimer's falls under that umbrella. And it's really important that people get diagnosed so that we're treating them correctly, whether it's Alzheimer's or the dementia. Some dementias are reversible, but Alzheimer's is irreversible. It affects about 25 million people worldwide, and 5 million Americans have the Alzheimer's disease. What's amazing is that it's the 6th disease that kills Americans, and that's out of the top 10. But the other diseases they're finding cures for. And right now, Alzheimer's is only increasing. So we really need support and understanding so that we can do a better job, because there's 8,000 seniors retiring every day now with the baby boomers. And so it's going to just balloon up really, really rapidly. So the economic impact of the dementia on the U.S. is going to be $604 billion a year. So anything we can do to bring awareness to it, to get support for it, and an understanding about it will only help us to deal with it more in the future. I think Cricket said we have a support group that is handled here. We want to make sure that people take advantage of that and use the services that we do have in this area.
Okay. If somebody needed help with that support group, or wanted to get in contact with that support group, is there somebody they need to get a hold of? Do they call a hospital, or how do they do that?
No, you could call Joan McVay, who is our president at this time, and it's 436-4835, or you could call my number again, 635-2900, and we could give you more information about that.
Okay. All right, very good. How do people know, if you're a family member and say you're a wife and you're watching your husband kind of have, what are the symptoms, and you're thinking, maybe my husband has some symptoms of Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever, or vice versa. How do you know what those symptoms are?
The most common early symptoms of Alzheimer's disease is difficulty remembering newly learned information. A lot of times someone will remember long-term or things in the past, but it's their short-term memory. So just remembering, but like Cricket and I talked, we all start forgetting things. So it's important that you get the diagnosis so that we really understand where is this falling under the dementia umbrella.
Yeah, and maybe it's not dementia, maybe it's just old age or whatever.
Correct. And Alzheimer's disease is not a normal part of aging. They have to understand that.
Okay. All right. Very good. So once again, the walk is October 5th. The registration is at 9. The walk's at 10. You go from the YMCA Pavilion over to the Trails West Camp and then back. It's just a $20 registration fee. You guys hope to raise a lot of money and help out with the local organization. I think it's great that you guys have a local organization. When if you're not getting services and all the money's going to the eastern end of the state, you gotta start something for this end, and that's great that you're doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, Cricket Simmons and Sandy Butcher here today on News Extra.